This week on Ham Radio Adventure Guy, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. What's up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. Today we got an interesting video. We're going to talk about my Patreon Appreciation Tour. The Patreon Appreciation Tour is a tour I did to thank these guys right here, my Patreons. These guys, they do a lot for me. You know, I'm on my way to becoming a full-time YouTuber, and they are a big part of that. You know, I don't give them enough credit for their role in this channel, and I try to. I really, really do. I always try to give back to my Patreons. You know, I'm always going out and trying to get certain awards for them at certain parks and stuff like that. But, you know, I wanted to give them more appreciation than I already do. You know, I put them on all the videos, on the rolls and stuff like that. But they deserve more because they give me more. And I found out that one of my Patreons was coming down from New Jersey to Florida several months ago. And I got this little tour in my head. So this is a Patreon tour to show my appreciation to some of the Patreons. Now, yes, I did not get to see all of these Patreons, of course. That would be like impossible for me. But I do plan on doing several more of these tours and trying to, you know, I'm going to try to reach out to each and every Patreon I can. You know, maybe all of them's not possible, but I'm going to try my best because I do like to give back because they give to me very well. So I hope you enjoy this video. And we're going to talk a little bit about the tour now. The first stop on the tour was Kilo 4472, which is the Osceola National Forest. And I hope I didn't butcher that name, but I may have. I'm not great with Indian names. But anyway, that's the forest that was on the first stop. It was a early/late shift because it was right about time for the late shift to kick in. And I met up with 3 Patreons there. And Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November, Whiskey 1 Radio Charlie Papa, and Kilo Oscar 4 November Lima Lima. And we had a great time at this activation. We banged out a ton of contacts and had a lot of fun times. So Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November is instrumental to this channel. He does a lot for the channel, and he's been a Patreon for a good bit of time. He's a King's Court member. And he's currently known as the Hand of the King. He's an outstanding person, and it's always a pleasure to meet up with him and activate. Kilo Oscar 4 November Lima Lima, also known as the King's Scribe or the King's Chef. He's always making the brisket for the King and been a Patreon for quite a bit. He's also a King's Court member. And it's always a pleasure to get up with Eddie, especially when he's got brisket. Whiskey 1 Radio Charlie Papa, a.k.a. Robbie Campota. He's been a Patreon. Him and Eddie actually joined the same night. They're both King's Court. And always a good time to be with Robbie and activate. He does a great Mickey Mouse voice. So here's a few clips of that activation, and we'll see what you guys think.
Stand by.
Whiskey 1, Radio Charlie Papa, second operator, 5-9.
This is Casey. Whiskey Delta 4 Delta.
Kilo November 4 Uniform Lima Delta.
Kilo November 4 Uniform Lima Delta 5905.
5905, thank you.
Thank you much. Have a great day. 73 QRZ.
Alpha Alpha 4 Tango X-Ray.
Alpha Alpha 4 Tango. Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November QRZ. Kilo Golf 2 Charlie Victor 5905 up.
Roger, 59 New Jersey, all 5 up.
Thank you much. This is Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November from Kilo 447 5905. Tell him that voice gear sounding good. I know he's really singing. That's good. Appreciate it, buddy. Get the feeling better. 73 Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time 5905. Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Standard Time, Roger. Nope. Negative contact. Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November QRZ. November 5 Kilo Golf Yankee 5905.
All right. Stop number 2 Kilo 6700 Sawgrass State Conservation Area. This is a really nice park for a conservation area. It kind of surprised me when I went there to activate. But this was an important stop on the tour because it's kind of the reason why the tour got started. So Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta was coming down from New Jersey to Florida for a little bit, and I wanted to come down and surprise her. And I hadn't told her nothing about it, and had been working out an activation schedule with some of the people that she was meeting up with. And they had thought that she was going to be doing Honeymoon Island on that Friday. And then, like, on Thursday night, Toby had posted that she was going to be doing Honeymoon Island on Saturday, which was when I was headed back. So I had to reach out to Toby and say, hey, look, I came down to surprise you. We need to get up together tomorrow. So we ended up doing Sawgrass. Several members of the Breakfast Club came out and hung out for that activation. They didn't activate with us, but me and Toby and Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta activated. And it was a really good time. Toby has been a long time Patreon. She's also been a donator to the channel back before donating was cool. Back before she was a Patreon member, she used to send cash in the mail to me. So, you know, that's her preferred method of donation. But it doesn't matter what you donate or if you donate at all. I appreciate all my supporters. So here's some clips from that activation.
This is Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta and friends at Kilo 6700 QRZ. Kilo November 4, Victor Kilo Whiskey. Come on in. You're 5-9 at the park for all three operators. QSL. Thank you for all three operators and have a great day. This is Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta and friends at Kilo 6700 QRZ. Whiskey 0 Charlie Golf Charlie. You're 5-9 at the park for all three operators. QSL.
Roger, 5-9, all three operators.
Thank you. 7-3. CQ POTA, this is Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta, Kilo 6700 with three operators. QRZ. Whiskey Juliet.
Whiskey Juliet 8 Yankee.
Alpha Delta 4, Juliet Extra.
Whiskey Juliet 8 Yankee. Come on in. You're 5-9 at the park for all three operators. QSL.
QSL 5757, all three operators.
Yeah, but I
Thank you for calling. 7-3. This is Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta and friends at Kilo 6700. QRZ. The Alpha Delta 4 Juliet X-Ray. Come on in. Thank you for 5-9 Golf Alpha. You're 5-9 at Kilo 6700 in Florida for all three operators. QSL.
And the
Thank you. 7-3. This is Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta and friends at Kilo 6700 in Foxtrot Lima. QRZ.
Whiskey X-Ray 4, Delta Alpha Tango.
Whiskey X-Ray 4 Delta Alpha Tango. You're 5-9 at the park for all three operators. QSL.
Your call is Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta, QSL.
QSL. Do you have the other two operators?
I'm gonna need I got James there. What's the other one?
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta.
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Victor Delta, 5 business. I got y'all 5-9 in North Carolina.
Thank you for the 5-9 North Carolina. Have a great day. This is Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta and friends at Kilo 6700 in Foxtrot Lima. QRZ.
All right. And the third and final stop on the Patreon Appreciation Tour was Kilo 0636 Jekyll Island. This one had a special memory to me, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But the Patreons for this portion of the stop, Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November came out again, and Whiskey Echo 4 Bravo Echo came out. And we already talked about Dan. Bobby, he's more of a quiet Patreon. He don't do a lot of talking in the after chat. But I think that's going to be changing a little bit because, you know, after hanging out with me and Dan and doing an activation with us, he's got some jokes in him now. But we actually helped him accomplish one of his goals for the year, and that was to do an activation. So he did his activation with me and Dan, and that got to help him do a goal. So always giving back to my Patreons like they give to me, and I really appreciate them. Here's some clips for that one.
Richard, you're 5'9" into 0636 on the beach, Roger.
QSL, I have you 5'5", 55 on the mountain.
Roger, Roger. Stand by for 3 more at Wallback.
Second operator in a different park, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November. You're 5'9" from Elk River, QSL.
I can't quite pull your call sign out. The conditions are pretty bad here.
Roger, Roger. Take your thumb and put it on the gasoline pedal. You know where I'm talking about. And figure out the call sign. Hold for the third.
Uncle Terry, third operator. Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta. We fly high. Do not jump. QSL.
I'm Uncle Terry. You're 5'9".
I'm your Uncle Terry.
Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Echo 5'9", Terry.
Oh, you're 20 over, buddy.
Thank you, Terry. Everybody have a great day. Victor Alpha 3 Lima Golf. Manfred 5'9" into Kilo 0636.
Roger, roger there, Danielle. Thanks for the 5'9". Yeah, you're 5'9" to my phone, dude. My first Victor Echo 1515. Victor Echo 1515. QSL?
Copy. Victor Echo 1515. Stand by for 3 more activated.
Second activator, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, QSL.
November, is that QSL?
QSL, hold for the third one.
Third operator, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta. Stand by for the fourth operator.
QSL, fourth operator is Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Echo.
Okay, the other one is Victor Echo 4, Bravo Echo, Bravo, QSL?
Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Echo. Roger, roger. Part 0636.
Roger, roger. You're 5'9" also to the front here, guys. Victor Echo 1515.
Roger, Roger. 1515. Have a great activation, buddy. 73.
73, pass on.
Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. Parks on the air.
Go ahead with them French fry taters in there. We got some mushrooms.
I reckon that'll be a square deal.
Alright, let me get some of the biggest.
Carry on.
Roger, roger. Whiskey Delta 4, Delta Alpha November. I reckon I called CQ.
I don't even recognize the parks on the air. Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. You are the
Kilo 4, Oscar, Mike, Juliet.
Kilo 4 Oscar Mike Juliet. Good to hear you, David. 590636. All 4 operators.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Just moving here into Kentucky. I'm glad you're having a blast there in the beautiful Jekyll Island. 5973.
Roger, Roger. You got all 4 of them, buddy?
I got them. 73, thank you very much.
73, buddy.
And sugar.
Kilo Alpha 1.
Kilo Alpha 1 Victoria. You're 5'9". All 4 of you. 5'9", Mike Alpha.
Roger, Roger. Ralph, appreciate it. Kilo Alpha 1 Victor 5'9" from all 4 of us from Kilo 0636 Georgia, buddy. Thanks for hunting. 73.
73.
Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November. You are good.
Kilo 9, Quebec, Japan, sugar.
Kilo 9 Quebec Japan Sugar 590636 James.
Okay, QSL 5917.
Roger, Roger. And have a great 73 QR there.
Kilo Charlie, Park to Park, Oscar, Park to Park.
The Kilo Charlie Park to Park.
Kilo Charlie 3, Mike Hotel, Oscar, Park to Park.
Kilo Charlie 3 Mike Hotel Oscar. You are 5'9" Kilo 0636.
Roger, Roger, you're 5'9", and Kilo 1429. 1429.
Roger, 1429. Stand by. I got 3 other activators.
Stand by.
Second operator, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, 5'9".
Roger, Roger, you're also 5'9", and Kilo 1429.
Third operator, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta 5'9". Hold for the fourth.
Roger, you're also 5'9", Pennsylvania.
Fourth operator is Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Echo 590636.
Roger, Roger, you're also 5'9", 1429.
Thank you so much.
Echo Charlie Lima, that's 2 smiles you're giving me for 1 park, 5 and 9. Stand by for 2 more.
This is your third operator again, Rachel. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Victor Delta. Always a pleasure to hear your voice on the radio. Stand by for the fourth operator.
Hey Rachel, this is Whiskey Echo 4, Bravo Echo 590636.
Standing by. Whiskey 8, Echo, Romeo, 59, all 4 of us, Roger. November 8, Alpha Papa, Romeo, 590636, stand by for 3 more.
5 and 9 from Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu, November. QSL Andrew.
All right, so that's a wrap on the Patreon Appreciation Tour. I had a really good time getting out there and activating with some of the Patreons. Bobby I had never met before. The rest of them I have actually met before at other stops and stuff like that, you know, because anytime I go out to like big ham shows or something like that and any of my Patreons are there, I always try to hang out with them and stuff like that. But I just always try to give back to them. And, you know, and if you'd like to try out my Patreon, you can click on my Linktree account in the description and go to all my social media sites through that Linktree account. And there's a Patreon one in there. And there is a free trial for 7 days. You can try it out. It's a lot of fun. And you can ask any of them for references. They'll tell you they like it. But anyway, I do have several more Patreon appreciation tours that I'm trying to work out now. I do have one scheduled for a couple weeks from now, actually. And hopefully that one gets to happen as well. So maybe you'll be on the next tour. Stay tuned.
If you like this video from Ham Radio Adventure Guy, click up here in the corner and watch another one. And while you're at it, click down here in the corner and subscribe. Make sure and follow us on all social media sites. And as always, thanks for sharing my adventure with me.